Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Before I get into this topic, I first want to thank Upside for sponsoring this video. Upside is a free cashback app created to earn you cash back on your everyday purchases. Would you like to earn cash back every time you ate at your favorite restaurants and fast food spots? What about every time you filled up your tank at the gas station? Well, look no further. Upside is the app for you. What I love about Upside is that I can check it daily for various offers. These offers let me know the locations of stores, restaurants, and gas stations in my area that I could earn cash back from. An offer can be claimed with one tap of a button. And once I go and make my purchase at the location, cash back is automatically added to my Upside account. I can then choose to let my cash back stack or cash out my cash back balance to my bank. Upside has cash back offers at so many popular gas station chains such as Exxon, Marathon, Circle K, and so many restaurants such as Chipotle, Popeyes, and Taco Bell. You can find cash back offers all over the place with Upside. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month simply from earning cash back on their everyday purchases. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code Empressive to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon of your first tank of gas, or scan the QR code here to claim this offer. Once again, thank you Upside for sponsoring this video. Ice Spice was put on blast by one of her ex-friends, Baby Storme, and Baby Storme exposed the text messages of Ice Spice talking down on Nicki Minaj. Now, when I first became aware of Baby Storme exposing Ice Spice, I kind of ignored it because I thought to myself, maybe she's trying to get some clout, or maybe she has that Azalea Banks type of energy where she's not all the way there, if you get what I mean. So she was saying a lot of different things and I didn't really pay it any mind, but I did start to pay more attention to what she was saying about Ice Spice in particular, because she did leak messages between her and Ice Spice. And Ice Spice was kind of talking about Doechii, and people noticed that Doechii unfollowed Ice Spice. So I thought to myself, there might be something here. So I want to read through some of what she said. Now, this is some of the reasons why Baby Storme is actually exposing Ice Spice now. She said this: Isis did everything in her power to make sure my career would never take off. She did everything you could possibly think of and more, but I'm not afraid of her anymore. This is the truth. Because unfortunately, I thought she was a real friend. I've known her since we were 13. We went to the same grade school and high school, Sacred Heart in Yonkers, New York. We met in 8th grade. She was my high school bully. I forgave her after high school because she apologized for bullying me. She only tried to rekindle with me when I started doing music and got some motion. She used my connections and resources to make her way to the top and pretended to be my friend. She forced everyone in her life to sign an NDA, including me. But the only person I'm signed to is God. So I will speak the truth. Now, this is where she started exposing some of the text messages between her and Ice Spice. And I have to be honest here. Anytime somebody exposes private conversations, that speaks to their character. It's a super low thing to do. And it kind of makes me wonder if maybe Baby Storme was collecting this information in the event that Ice Spice were to switch up on her. I think she was kind of waiting to get her get back at Ice Spice because she still hasn't gotten over the fact that Ice Spice bullied her in school. So she made nice with her, but now she's getting her get back. Do I think it's right? Absolutely not. But I understand Ice Spice crossed Baby Storme, and there's nothing more dangerous than a woman scorned. Now let's get into these text messages. This is Ice Spice talking about Doechii. She said, but then she'll be like, I'm dark skinned, so I always have to work harder than everyone. And then Baby Storme responded and said, this is actually true, but only partially. Then Ice Spice said, which I understand, but let's not act like she's one of the chosen dark skins, because she does benefit from pretty privilege still and for being skinny. Booty drop. So she mentioned Doechii song Booty Drop. And as soon as these text messages started circulating, people started noticing that Doechii unfollowed and blocked Ice Spice. Now, I will say this, I'm not surprised about Ice Spice's comments. I always knew that she was tone deaf when it comes to colorism, and I talked about it in one of my previous videos, so it doesn't surprise me. Also, Baby Storm exposed the fact that Ice Spice allegedly was cheating on her producer and her boyfriend Riot with the rapper TJ. And she said that the song Gangsta Boo was about TJ. And Lil Tjay threatened to off Riot if Ice Spice didn't give him his watch back. Also, Baby Storm said that Ice Spice be putting her hands on Riot. Child, this is truly a mess, truly a mess. Now, I want to get into the real tea. And the real tea is what Ice Spice said about Nicki Minaj. She called her ungrateful and jealous. Now, this is kind of a wild thing to say, considering that Nicki gave Ice Spice a huge boost in her career. She co-signed her. She did 2 songs with her, one called Princess Diana and Barbie World. But they had some business issues behind the scenes, and there was a bit of tension between Ice Spice's manager, James Rosman, and Nicki and her manager. And so Baby Storm started to ask about their meeting. She said, "How did the call end yesterday? On a good note?" Ice Spice said, "Open-ended. But then James called me with Nicki's old manager of 11 years, and he said she was being unfair, asking for too much, which was what everyone's been telling me, but it's hard to negotiate with her because she doesn't let people talk like lawyers or James, etc." Baby Storm said, "Just woke up. That's just so annoying, bro. Does she not realize she's asking for too much?" And Ice Spice said, "No, she doesn't think so at all." Then Baby Storm said, "So frustrating. Do you think you guys will be able to come to a compromise?" She said, "Hopefully, but we're about to put out another record in June for the Barbie soundtrack, which is an opportunity I brought her because Barbie asked me to do it alone. But since that's her brand, I invited her on, and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something. She's kind of like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her off, by the way, not speaking to her till January." And then Baby Storm said, "OMG, how does she not realize that? It's not like they initially asked her to do it. That's the thing people always say about her. She'll always think she's doing you a favor." I mean, technically she is doing her a favor because she is the bigger artist. She's Nicki Minaj, but whatever. Baby Storm also said, "Did she do more, or do you just feel like that's what's best?" Ice Spice said, "No, it's that, plus she wants publishing from all my songs, including third-party writing competitions. So anything I write for other people or any songs I get on, mind you, I had a Taylor Swift collab before the Nicki one." Now, this is some interesting tea, and it kind of makes me wonder if maybe there were some negotiations for Ice Spice to sign to Nicki's label Heavy on It, because why would Nicki ask for a cut of Ice Spice's publishing if that were not the case? I think maybe they were trying to negotiate on something, but Ice Spice saw it as a bad deal because it is a bad deal. Ice Spice already had a deal with 10K Records, and she was able to walk away with her publishing and her masters. And this is something that her manager James revealed to Billboard. So because she already owns her publishing and masters and makes a lot of money off of her writing and the recordings, it wouldn't be in her best interest to sign to another label that's going to take a cut of that. But when it comes to the collaborations with Nicki, I definitely think Nicki has a right to make some demands that work in her favor, because at the end of the day, she's doing more for an artist when she collaborates with them than they are doing for her, especially for a female artist. A lot of these female rap artists know that in order to gain motion quickly, they need that Nicki cosign, and Nicki knows this as well, which is why she wants to financially benefit from the situation. She used to do features for free just off of the strength of whatever relationship she had with that person, but she was tired of being used. And her former stylist Khalil said that now Nicki gives an artist the option to pay money for a feature and a video, or they could sign to her label Heavy on It so she could recoup. And this kind of confirms what I suspected. I do think Ice Spice was in the talks to sign to Heavy on It in exchange for these collaborations. And even though the deal was not ideal for Ice Spice, she actually was agreeing to sign anyway. Khalil said the fact that y'all are making this about her not signing and not about her agreeing to sign and taking 2 features and 2 videos, she could have simply said no. Why not? She still hasn't said no. LMAO, just ran off. So it sounds like Nicki didn't get compensated in the way that she wanted to from those 2 features she did with Ice Spice. Now I want to get back to the topic. This is what Baby Storm said in response to Ice Spice. She said, "Is the Taylor collab coming out? And yes, I know. I mean, did your mom do more annoying stuff, or do you just feel like a break was necessary? Also, bro, now that I'm thinking about it, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I think we're forgetting that when Nicki was coming up, the deals people were getting at the time, early 2000s, weren't artist friendly at all. Literally not until recently. So to us, she's asking for too much. But because she probably is used to seeing labels take more, she feels like it's more than fair. It's not right, but she's much older, which is why she feels that way. Not right at all, though." And Ice Spice said, and that's basically what she's saying, because she keeps saying, "Oh, when Wayne was signing me, I didn't question blah, blah. But me and her are in different places in our career when that happened. I'm like already signed, so why would I work backwards? And nah, it's just necessary. Like, she gaslights me too much. I gotta love her from a distance for my mental health." And Baby Storm said, "This is the best way I can describe it. Nicki is like those people who believe that kids today shouldn't get student loan forgiveness because they had to pay for it back when they went." And Ice Spice said, "But mind you, we wanted to pay Nicki." And Baby Storm said, "If that makes sense." Ice Spice then said, "Her artist fee, yes, 100%. I think she's jealous that I own all my masters because she says, 'James, you think you the man and think you so cool' in the interview." I don't know why she mentioned that. And James was the one who said I own my masters in that Billboard interview. It's given jealous 100%. It's actually sad. She's showing it so much, like my mom wanting to rap. Hoo-wee. So a lot was revealed here. Ice Spice said that Nicki is jealous. She's ungrateful. She's delusional. She's like her mom. I kind of want to know the tea between Ice Spice and her mom, because her mom's trying to rap too. That's crazy. But I do think it's interesting that this whole conversation happened before the Barbie World collaboration. Now, Armand Wiggins did say that there was some tension on the set of Barbie World. Apparently, Nicki went off on Ice Spice's team, allegedly. And so things got really heated between them. But I do think it's a little messed up that Ice Spice was talking about Nicki like that behind the scenes. I mean, I understand her frustrations, and I also feel like the managers were creating discord between them. Anytime the money and the business gets funny, it will affect the personal relationship. So I do understand why Ice Spice felt frustrated. But at the same time, this woman gave you 2 collaborations. She co-signed you. She opened up the door for her fan base to give you all of this support. She took time out of her schedule to film 2 videos with you. And she even gifted you her winter coat, according to Khalil. And she did all of this all for you to call her jealous and ungrateful? It's just kind of crazy. And it comes to show you why Nicki acts the way she does towards these female rappers. And this is not to say that Nicki is perfect, because she's not. I mean, her personality definitely can be a turnoff to some people at times. But at the same time, people are using her. They literally are using her. They're only reaching out to her for collaborations because they see how it will benefit them. And this is the reason why Ice Spice reached out to Nicki for the Barbie collaboration. She wanted another moment. So she was acting like she was doing Nicki this big favor, but really she was doing this for her own benefit. And Nicki didn't need Ice Spice to be a part of this soundtrack either. She was specifically sought out by the producers of the soundtrack and even the writer of the movie. They were presenting several songs to her to be a part of it, but she ended up agreeing to do it with Ice Spice because she just liked the concept and the idea of flipping that original song into a hip hop song. And Ice Spice got Nicki on it to make the song even bigger. So Ice Spice was very clever with how she did everything. However, she ended up overplaying her hand, and now she kind of looks like a user. I really wish Ice Spice didn't piss off Baby Storm, because we would have never known about this. We would have never known. But see, this is why you have to be careful of who you call your friends. You just cannot be venting to any and everybody. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.